My name's Reese and we're the Green Giants and interviewing you about your rugby career and your cultural background. Thank you for letting us interview you.
Alright.
Where were you born?
I was born in Huddersfield, that's born and raised in Huddersfield.
What was life for you as a child?
It was okay, it's fine, yeah, I was growing up here, it's been good, yeah, I've enjoyed it.
What was your cultural background?
Cultural background, I'm English me, but both my parents are Jamaican and born in Jamaica.
Are you religious? If so, what is your faith?
My mum and my grandma were very religious and churchgoers, Christians they were, but I'm not really a churchgoer, but I would class myself as being a Christian.
How long have you lived in England?
I've lived in England ever since I was born, so that's 19 years now.
What are the biggest differences between living here and your home always? Have you ever experienced any racism while living in England?
No, not really. There's been the odd comment, but you used to tend to, there's not even that much stuff. It's been good growing up, really.
When did you first get involved in rugby?
I started playing rugby when I was 6 years old from a local club, News and Panthers. I've played for them ever since.
When did you decide you wanted to be a rugby player?
It was about the age of 14 when I started realising that I was actually good and I could make a career out of it. So it was about 14 when I decided to really go for it and try and make it a career.
Who inspired you to play rugby?
I don't really have many role models, but I'd say to play rugby, probably my mum that got me into rugby. She was the one that took me to my first training session, so I'd say my mum.
Do any of your family play rugby?
No, it's just me. I was the first. We didn't really know what rugby was before I started playing, but I lived next to the field, so I just went over training one day and fell in love with the game, really.
What are the positives and negatives of playing rugby?
The positives, especially playing at professional level, it's just a great job playing in front of fans, entertaining all thousands of people every weekend. It's a great adrenaline rush, but negatives, I'd have to say, injuries there, they're the negatives. It's a painful game, it's a tough game to play. You wake up the next day feeling very sore, but the positives outweigh the negatives, so it's a good game overall.
Have you ever played any other games?
At school I was a big fan of football and basketball. I love playing football and basketball work at school. I'm a sporty person really, so I used to play for the school teams, playing them other sports, but when I got to 14 I decided to concentrate on my rugby.
Yeah. Have you suffered any racism from players since you've been involved in rugby?
Not really, no. There's been not really, not in the professional game. The professional game getting better every year, so I haven't really suffered no bad comments or racism with anyone. No, the fans have been great.
Do you have any suggestions for increasing participation in rugby league amongst black and ethnic minority communities?
Rugby league's open to everyone, I'd say, any culture, any race, from any background really, so I'd say the best thing to do is that maybe the areas where black and ethnic minorities live, try to set up teams there to encourage to get more black and ethnic minorities playing rugby league.
Thank you for taking part in our project.
No worries.